Yesterday we did that first one together, right? And we got 52. So I took a minute before went through second period, and I realized, oh, I'm just kind of absent-minded sometimes. So what do you notice about this shape? What kind of shape is it? It's a square, right? Well, a square has outsides, right? So we did it right. The correct answer is 52. This letter goes here. So, and don't cut it out, but I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to show you. Hold on one second. So when I cut out the letter O, the other thing, one of the class periods asked me, well, can we flip our numbers or our letters around? No. Because if you flip the B around, does it stay a B? No. All of it will work out with the letters being the way that they're supposed to be. So you are going to glue this one down right here so that your answer, not right now, not right now, not right now. You're not doing this right now. I'm going through this because remember I told you guys, like, I have no idea why we can't find this number, but we did it right. I'm walking you guys through this to make sure you understand, okay? So we did the work for the bottom one. That's where the answer goes. Now, obviously, we have an answer and another problem. So my recommendation, solve this problem right here to see what letter goes here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. If you've already solved that problem, then just check your work. So the next letter, O, is, it's going to be 60 and 97 hundredths divided by 67 hundredths. Everybody should have this out right now. I am not going over this for the fun of it. I'm going over this because we weren't sure. I wasn't sure. And I want to make sure you guys understand. So if you're sitting and this is not out, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and you guys can figure it out all on your own. You weren't here. You should probably be writing this down so you know. All right, before we start dividing, what do we have to do with our decimal on the outside? Gabriel. Okay, and then what do I have to do with my decimal on the inside? Nope. Yes. So remember, whatever you do on the outside, guys, you have to do on the inside. All right, and then from here, what do you multiply 67 by to get 6? Anything? What do you multiply 67 by to get 60? All right, what do we multiply 67 by to get 609? Christian?
6.
Nope. Silas? Yes. All right. So because I can't do that in my head, you end up with 603. And then what do I multiply 67 by to get 67? 1. So the answer for this side of my problem is 91. So go and see if you can find a 91 as an answer somewhere on your sheet. See if you find 91 as an answer. All right, Molly. Not B. Check again. That's 9.1. We're looking for just 91. BK?
C.
C. So what I'm going to do now is on my paper, you take, and you're going to essentially, not at this moment, but you will take and you will glue C down to where 91 is next to the problem. Does that make sense? And then from here, obviously, you're going to have to find this answer because you have to have 32 problems altogether and 32 answers altogether, give or take. But then you can do this one and this one. And that is how you're going to build your square. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what about the 7 and the 8 on the
So that one, don't worry about it. Okay? Because obviously that one is just, you're not going to have a problem on the outside. Okay? No, we are not working on this now. That's why I said don't cut anything out. Don't do anything. I just wanted to go over a couple of these problems because like I said yesterday, I was unsure and I want to make sure you guys understand. Yes, Sincere. I have no idea what you're saying. Okay, what can I do about your pencil being broke? I don't care. All right, you are not working on this right now. So please take this, fold it, put it back in your notebook. You should have some time today because as of right now, we are not going outside because of your behavior yesterday. You might be able to earn it off, you might not. Haven't decided yet. Go ahead, turn in your notebook to the next blank left page. Please title it Multiplying and Dividing Decimals Task Cards. All right. Everyone grab a bright orange sheet of paper that I just passed out to you guys. Do I have extra? Everybody get one. All right. So today you're going to be working on multiplying and dividing task cards. Monday we do our review for Unit 1 and Tuesday we take our Unit 1 test. All right. So it says each of the 10 cards will have statements from 2 students. Read carefully and choose the name of the student who made the correct statement. Then justify your answer in the space provided. So here's your task card. There are 10 of them around the room. You read the problem. You have one solution from one student. You have one solution from another student. You are picking this student or this student and you're explaining why. You can explain why by showing your work in this box. Does that make sense? Like you don't have to write words. You can simply just solve the problem in the box that justifies why this person is right or this person is right. Okay, if you want to write an explanation, that's fine, but you take the chance of not having a correct explanation. Okay? Yes?
Can we do the work in our notebook? Because I don't know how I'm going to solve the problem.
You can do your work in your notebook, but you still have to have it on here. Okay? So if you feel like you're not going to have enough room, absolutely do it in your notebook, but you still have to put justification of some sort, whether it's a sentence, like if you're doing your work in your notebook and you just want to write a sentence here, that's fine. If you think you can fit your work on here, you can do your work on here, that's okay as well. Now, let's say that you're like, oh, I'm definitely going to be able to fit my work on here, and then you do the first problem and it's a hot mess express. Are you going to keep hot mess expressing for the next 9? No. Okay, I'm not going to dictate whether you have to do your work in your notebook or you have to do it here. That's a decision you need to make. If you know, and this is a full sheet. This is a full sheet for a reason, because I did want you guys to try to not have to do double work. But only you know if you're going to be able to do this or not. This is getting turned in, and this is for a grade. This is for right or wrong. This is not for, oh, look, I wrote something. No. Okay? This is an independent activity that you are going to be working on. Depending on how you work and do this, and then once you're done with this and you turn it in and you get started on your puzzle, will determine if you have any outside time today. Does that make sense? So what am I not going to say more than once? Stop talking. If this is an independent activity, should there be any talking at all? The other thing, there are 10 task cards. There are 27 times 2, so there are 26 of you in here today. So that means at any one point in time, there's going to be 3 people at one task card. If there's 3 people at a task card, please do not stand at that task card, because what are you going to want to do? Talk. Just find another one, okay? You are able to take just this paper around. You can take your notebook and this paper around. If you're taking just this paper, grab a clipboard so you can write on it. You can sit on the floor. You can pull a chair up wherever you're working. I don't really care. Okay? But take your time. Like I said, this is for a grade. This is not for, hey, look, I wrote my name and scribbled on this. No. It's not what we're doing. Yes? No. If you want a piece of graph paper, I can give you that. Like if you want to do your work. And remember, guys, it's multiplying and dividing. So that's the other thing you have to figure out. These are not all division questions. These are not all multiplication questions. So it's either multiplying or dividing. Yes?
So I can do my work with this color?
You'll just tear it out and staple it. Okay? So if you want graph paper to do that, you can do that as well. If you do it in your notebook, I'm not going to make you tear it out. He's using a graph notebook, so don't think, oh, I'll just don't tear your paper out of your notebook. He's using a different notebook. Okay, I don't want you guys to get confused. All right, any other questions? When you're done with this, where does it go? First period bin. And then what are you working on? The puzzle. If you are done with the puzzle, work on Delta Math, work on anything from another class. If you have to study for, if you have tests or anything, work on that stuff. Okay? Please do not make me have to get on y'all today. I don't want to. All right. Any other questions before I let y'all pick and get started? All right, table 1 and table 5, please find a place and get started.